A stellar evening in Soccer City, USA. USL Championship Soccer. Portland Timbers 2 taking on Sacramento Republic FC from Providence Park. Welcome in T2 Sacramento Republic, the USL Championship on ESPN Plus on an absolutely beautiful Saturday evening in Soccer City, USA. And good evening, everyone. Alongside Laura Schott, former U.S. Women's National Team player and current Director of Youth Programming with the Portland Thorns, I'm Judah Newby. Laura, Sacramento Republic coming in, a tough opponent for T2, and T2 looking to find their first points of the season.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough match for T2. This match highlights Sacramento's potent offense against a T2 team that's had a lot of changes in the back line and with the goalkeeper. Leakers in today, and we'll see how that fares for them.
And among the back line changes, good to see some stability in the midfield in the form of Ken Kralicki for T2.
Absolutely. Ken Kralicki has been gaining experience in minutes. He's gotten a lot of time. He is a mainstay in midfield, and we'll see if he's able to turn, get forward, get some assists today for T2. One
of the top goal-scoring talents in this league is Cameron Iwasa, sitting on 49 goals, trying to become the 9th player in league history to reach the half-century mark.
Yeah, Iwasa sitting on 49 goals today. He's been a mainstay in USL, and he's a great attacker. He may get that 50th today against T2.
His first career goal came against T2 back in 2015. He's looking for a milestone against the same club tonight. Coming up next, we'll bring you the starting lineups and the first half kick from Providence Park. USL Championship Soccer on ESPN Plus, Portland Timbers 2, and Sacramento Republic FC. We'll be right back.
USL is proud to bring professional soccer back into our communities and across the ESPN family of networks. Follow your local club and don't miss these exciting matches coming up on ESPN2 or ESPN Deportes.
Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportamerica.com. And welcome back inside Providence Park. USL Championship action on ESPN Plus. Portland Timbers 2, Sacramento Republic FC in some Group A action. Get you a kickoff coming up just in moments as we take a look at these starting lineups. First for Cam Knowles' home side in T2, looking for their first points of the season, and good to see Max Ornstill back restored to the back line after missing a match.
That's right, Ornstill's back off of that that suspension. Wouldn't be surprised to see T2 come out in a 4-1-4-1, a little bit of a change. And then we have Epps and Gonzalez in the wings. Look for them to get forward and create goal-scoring opportunities today.
Cam Knowles leading his squad, looking for their first points of the campaign. But he says, look, even though we've got youth, it's good to get these guys experience match by match, and he's seeing some improvement. Wants to see some toughness out of his squad tonight as well. And it will be tough going against Sacramento Republic FC. They've got a lot of goal-scoring talent. Of course, the man that we featured at the top of the broadcast, Cameron Iwasa, chief among them.
That's right, Iwasa is sitting on 49 goals. He may get his 50th today. He's going to get that opportunity. They're coming out in that 4-2-3-1. And then we have Belmar. He was a draft pick for Timbers. A while back, he's starting on the wing.
And Mark Briggs leads the Sacramento Republic squad in his first full season at the helm of the USL side. He's been all over the USL League as a coach, as an assistant, as a head coach, and now leads Sacramento Republic after leading their academy in the months leading up to taking the head job. His Sacramento side looking to rise to the top of Group A. It's been a jumbled Group A, but now Sacramento trying to steal some points here in Providence Park. T2, of course, looking for the converse. It is Portland Timbers 2 and Sacramento Republic FC live from Providence Park. With kickoff coming up. The United Soccer League, all 35 championship clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. You see the players taking a 15-second moment of silence as we are all united against racism. And here we go. Timbers 2, Sacramento Republic FC, alongside former U.S. Women's National Team player and current Director of Youth Programming with the Portland Thorns, Laura Schott. I'm Judah Newby, and we're underway on ESPN Plus from Portland, Oregon, Providence Park. T2 moving from left to right, wearing their home white kits, tops and bottoms with green trim. Sacramento Republic in the deep dark red for their road uniforms. Marcus Epps making his first appearance since returning from injury earlier in the season. On the ball here is T2. Laura quickly getting into the attacking third. Good to see them trying to piece something together.
Yeah, I like what we see from Epps here right away. He's quick, he's darting into the attacking third, looking for those balls through from Hansen and Anguiano.
Marcus Epps featured in 30 matches, started 30 matches for Memphis last season before joining T2 at the start of this season. Made his debut against Phoenix back in March before the shutdown and then picked up an injury just before the season restart. So this is the first time Epps is featured for T2 in the restart. Meanwhile, over the ball, Anguiano on the corner kick. Aiden Stanley the first to it with his head. Travels through the box. And coming out the other side, Darius Formella. 2 goals to his name for Sacramento to lead the team. Max Ornstall over the ball. Laura, good to see Ornstall back in the back line after picking up a red card a couple of matches ago against Reno.
Absolutely. With the changes that T2's had in the back line and between the goalkeepers, they've got to be happy to have Ornstall back, give them a little bit of normalcy, a little bit of stability. He's one of the more experienced, older players on this T2 starting lineup.
There'll be a throw-in in the deep defensive third for Sacramento. Sacramento Republic coming off a scoreless draw down against San Diego Loyal on the road in San Diego last weekend. It's always a bit of an eyebrow raiser when Sacramento is kept off the scoreboard. We know they've got plenty of attacking talent and familiar names, including Carlton Belmar. We'll see plenty of him tonight. And the 9 jersey, the former T2 star, a Rookie of the Year in USL back in 2015, Carlton Belmar, now featuring for the opposition. Drew Skundrich applying some pressure, winning a throw-in for Sacramento. For Portland tonight, this concludes a stretch of 3 matches in 11 days. Turnover here. Calixtro able to win it for T2 on the edge of the box. Playing through for Gonzalez. Left-footed cross coming toward Epps. Marcus settles, thought about the back heel. Pulls it out calmly. Slides it central. Now Aaron Malloy. Harold Hansen. Crafty. Cross is blocked and cleared for the moment. T2 Laura on the attack though early with a couple of chances around the box.
It's nice to see them get into the attacking third early. Hansen there with his signature move. He likes that step over and then tries to get the defender to commit, get around them for the cross. Not quite quick enough there, but he is a quick player. Probably get a number of crosses off today for T2.
Jaime Villarreal comes in hard on Epps, and he's whistled for it. Restart and possible dangerous opportunity for T2.
See Epps on the ball, taking that touch to his right. Villarreal just coming in a little hard, a little bit high.
Anguiano and Malloy near it. These are two of the mainstays to take free kicks for Cam Knowles' squad. This will be Malloy. Short to Anguiano. Into the box it goes. Hansen! Long drive, sends it high and wide. Goal kick coming up for Rafael Diaz.
Off the short here, Anguiano with that right foot in swinger. Ball bounces out, and Hansen takes a chance on it, just a little bit high.
Oh, Belmar trying with a volley, sends it high. Moments, little moments. Quickly, Belmar and company on the attack. Carlton Belmar. He was drafted by the Portland Timbers in 2015 out of VCU. Was the Rookie of the Year in USL in 2015, leading the Timbers with 12 goals for the T2 side that year. He's had MLS experience as well with Sporting KC. Now one of the leaders and top attacking talents in the league for Sacramento. Whistle here, visitors will have a restart. Rafael Diaz in the all charcoal kit tonight. In goal for Sacramento. Long direct ball. Aiden Stanley helping to win possession to Ken Kralicki. Orange still plays back to Jake Leaker, but sending it to the far side. It goes out of touch. Sacramento a chance to attack again. Into the 7th minute. Matthew Mahoney takes the throw.
That was a little tight there on the pass back to Leaker with Iwasa in pursuit. Iwasa looks for those opportunities, looks for those passes back that might not be going quick enough, might be a little bit short. Definitely got pressure to Leaker there.
Turnover could be Calixtro sliding to win. Can't do it permanently. Here's Sam Werner making a run. Flag was up. Ryan Jung, the far side assistant referee, making the call on Sam Werner being off. Werner quickly tracks back to greet Hansen. Here's Caleb Kiner. He's complimenting Max Ornstall on the return at center back. Calixtro trying to track this one down. It's played out of bounds. Adere Monroy, the head referee of tonight's match between T2 and Sacramento Republic, assisted by Cameron Seiler and Ryan Jung. Corbin May is the 4th official. Adere Monroy was the head referee up in Tacoma back on July the 18th in that very busy match between T2 and Tacoma. Formella goes down.
This was a little rough. Formella's got his right arm there wrapped around. I'm not sure there was much there. It could have even possibly gone the other way. Formella jockeying for position. Just getting a hook there on Kiner.
Formella with 2 goals, leading the team in that category this year. The native of Poland at the top of Mark Briggs' formation. Talked to head coach Cameron Knowles in the lead up to this match, Laura, and he had mentioned moments in the midfield, in transition in particular. Hoping to see some toughness in the midfield from his squad. Felt like Tacoma on Monday night showed a little bit more toughness than his side, and he's looking for that out of his squad this evening.
I really like how T2 has started this game. They seem a little bit more physical. Got a lot of speed going from the middle third to the attacking third.
A whistle here restrained Sacramento playing direct into the attack. Looks like a whistle against Portland. Sacramento was wondering if they could play advantage. Adelaide Monroy says not so fast. Has a conversation with Ken Kralicki.
Yeah, just catch a foot there. Really wasn't a whole lot there, but you see Sacramento breaking that line of T2. In that situation, sometimes you really do want to just play on, play advantage.
Sacramento, a strong defensive effort last weekend in San Diego against Landon Donovan's USL club. Landon, the head coach of the expansion USL side, San Diego Loyal. That was a 0-0 stalemate. But Sacramento's defense did not allow a shot for San Diego Loyal for the first 35 minutes in that match. Belmar with some space in the right channel. Kralicki comes to greet him, gets a right boot, knocks him off course for the moment. Stanley helps as well and plays it out of touch for a Sacramento throw. Ball sent in toward Iwasa, ricocheted in. Cameron Iwasa gets the milestone marker. His 50th career goal in USL Championship play. Earned the first of his career against T2, and the 50th of his career replicates the same.
This ball played wide. Great little attack, great little cross here. That ball just swinging into Iwasa. Look at the touch on that ball. Spin right into the frame of Iwasa, able to head it home for his 50th USL goal.
Becomes the 9th player in the history of the league with 50 career goals. Also ranks 9th all time in the goal scoring category. Congratulations to the Sacramento native, Cameron Iwasa, scoring number 50, his 4th career goal against T2. And it makes it 1-0 to the visitors. T2 now quickly on the attack. Kralicki trying to cross one in the box. Goes over the end line. It will be a corner kick for T2. Played short. Now Malloy sending it high toward the top of the 6. Cleared out by Formella. Belmar sprinting to give chase. Leaker has to play out his feet with Belmar pressuring. And Jake sends it upfield. Formella. Skundrich sends it wide. Now back to the Sacramento captain, Skundrich. Iwasa. Now one time cross comes in. Iwasa looking for another. Too far for him though. Iwasa again redirecting. This time it's wide. And it looks like the Sacramento star Iwasa is getting his ground early in this one.
His movement off the ball is so strong. As you see Mahoney coming forward, and these wide backs for Sacramento as they get into the attack. Iwasa just pulls away. He's splitting the vision of the T2 defense, and then darting runs, just finding space. He does such an excellent job of doing that.
Nicely done by Hansen to win for Portland in the midfield. Epps with Skundrich draping him. T2 switches, ends. Stanley out of Malloy. Little ping pong. Well done by Calixtro to redirect to Anguiano, sending it wide to Gonzalez. And toward the box it comes. Malloy looking to play through. Looks like Stanley making a run into the box, but Diaz alertly on top of it.
Coach Knowles mentioned that he wants those wide backs to get forward. That time you see Stanley making that run all the way into the box.
Cameron Iwasa scoring his 50th career goal in the 12th minute. Our tally so far, 1-0 to Sacramento. This is the first of what will eventually be 4 overall matchups between these sides this season alone. In Group A, the restart. Malloy coming in hard to send out of touch, pleading for a T2 throw. Adere Monroy awards it to Sacramento.
Malloy really might have a case there. Love to see that out of your holding mid. Able to help out on defense. That diagonal run, making that tackle. So helpful to having holding mid that can get there, can challenge those attackers from Sacramento.
Here's Jordan McCrary. Long diagonal. Belmar may have been off. Goes all the way out for a goal kick. T2 coming off a 4-0 defeat Monday night to Tacoma Defiance. Looking for their first points of the season. But Group A is just a brutal group. So many talented teams, of course. Tacoma, Sacramento, Reno. T2 dealing with the likes of all of them. And Portland also aside, one of the youngest in USL. Even saw 15-year-old Cullen Wilkerson make his debut out of the academy, coming off the bench. 15-year-old debut, that's really something special for him. Sacramento on the attack, this is for Mella. Skundrich. Belmar trying to cross it in over the head of Leaker, and it travels over the byline. Jake Leaker making his second appearance of the season, his second start as well. Made 3 saves in his first start against Reno 1868. That was the first home match for T2. Played here at Providence Park. Iwasa coming on hard. Actually, Mahoney, that is. Sent firmly upfield for T2. Will be out for Portland throw. On the edge of the attacking third. Stanley to take it. Aiden, who played 2 years collegiately in Durham, North Carolina for the Duke Blue Devils. Now Kralicki sending it in with his left foot. That takes a deflection and gets headed out for another corner kick. Third of the night for Timbers 2. Mentioned Ken Kralicki. wearing the captain's armband for Cam Knowles' side. For the second straight match, he did so last match as well, in the absence of Max Ornstall. Aaron Malloy, a right foot in swing here in the 20th minute. Ornstall trying to get it with his head, couldn't get it firmly. Did it go over the byline? It did not. Still in play. Caleb Kiner comes to the near side, keeping it in the attacking half. Epps battling hard with Villarreal. Out for a throw. Whistle called against the home side once more, as Sacramento able to turn Portland over, trying to get upfield.
Century pass, I think she just saw it. Kiner was a little bit too rough there and off the turnover, giving the ball back to Sacramento.
Seen a few different center back pairings for T2 in this restart. Had excitement around Williams Velasquez, who was acquired from Watford FC in the Premier League earlier. Belmar to the corner of the box, working around Stanley on his right foot. Stanley blocks the cross. Will be a corner kick. They had Ornstall and Williams Velasquez up in Tacoma. Velasquez picked up an injury, though, in that road match, and we have not seen him since, leading to opportunities for players like Mitchell Ferguson and tonight's starter, Caleb Kiner. Left foot in swing on the corner. Coming out, it's loose, travels over the byline. Jake Leaker pleading for a whistle there. Dangerous for a moment. Will be another corner kick.
Yeah, we see Leaker pleading for that foul. Wants the center to watch Sacramento impeding. This nice in-swinger again. They're targeting Iwasa there.
Yeah, looks like Darius Formella was impeding Jake Leaker, trying to get out to that ball. Header goes over the bar. Matt Mahoney getting a shot. Remains 1-0 in the 23rd minute. Whistle in the midfield. Already seen a handful of those early. This one goes in favor of Portland. Think about the familiarity that these two sides will have with one another by the time this season reaches its full maturity. There will be 4 matchups between Portland and Sacramento, the same Portland and Reno, the same Portland and Tacoma. We've already seen 2 matchups with Tacoma. Should lend itself to a good amount of competition as the season waxes on, Laura.
Could also be really fun to see what adjustments each team makes given the results and the matchups in the previous games. It's so atypical that you see teams so many times in such a short period.
That is the nature of the restart for everyone in USL. And and with a modified playoff structure this year as well. Here's Jorge Gonzalez winning a turnover, but coming back on it. Opportunity, Stanley looking to cross it. Iwasa collides with our head referee. More contact. Krolicki looking for a whistle. Nothing. Anguiano. Malloy looking to slip through. Krolicki crosses it on the ground. Cleared out for throw in.
There you see that work rate from Krolicki there. Gets around, he gets foot around the ball, sends it back toward the top of the 6. No one's there waiting.
Cam Knowles conversing with the 4th official, Corbin May. Anguiano, central. Stanley joining the attack. Now Gonzalez. Cam Knowles called Gonzalez one of the bright spots of Monday's match with Tacoma. Gonzalez also playing on the left wing. Has not seen a lot of training time with T2. In fact, it only had the opportunity due to complications with obtaining his work visa from his native Spain for only 2 training sessions with the club before debuting Monday against Defiance. But had some moments, and now is looking to settle in at the top of the left formation.
Gonzalez in that match, very promising. He attended SIU Edwardsville for 3 years, scoring 22 goals. It's a player that T2 will look to get forward, create scoring opportunities.
Good burst from Krolicki. Now McCrary whips it across. There's a whistle. Restart for Portland. Fans follow Portland Timbers 2 and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN Plus. Home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the nearly 8 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN Plus and watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Love ESPN Plus. Able to take it a little PGA Championship as well. Formella, frustrated by that call. Adore Monroy, he's a talking to with the 24-year-old Polish striker.
Seems to be a tactic of Formella to hook defenders. Gets that right arm again there on Kiner's shoulder.
See Epps playing with that club on his right hand. Sends it in. Gonzalez darting across, headed clear. Stanley plays back to Ornstall. Max, who had to miss the last match. Disciplinary after picking up the soft red against Reno 11 days ago. That second yellow coming against Foster Langsdorff, with whom he's quite familiar, amicable in fact. This goes off of Krolicki for a Sacramento throw. Moving closer to the half-hour mark, where we will eventually hit a hydration break in the first half, as is common
right there, 30.
across all matches in the USL restart. Formella's got more to talk about with Adore Monroy.
Seems that this is becoming an ongoing storyline here in the first half. Kiner and Formella.
Perhaps to script that throw in the direction of Formella, but Kiner up to the challenge. These are big opportunities for a young player like Kiner. Here's a direct ball, but it's too much. Going for Sam Werner. And we have hit our first hydration break of the match. The half-hour mark, Sacramento Republic with a 1-0 advantage over Portland Timbers 2. Cameron Iwasa, his header that went off the crossbar and deflected back off of Jake Leaker into goal. That's the difference so far. Here's how it's set up.
Yeah, Hilliard Arce there, playing the ball wide on the drive here. And swinging ball into Iwasa. We said earlier, that would have been his 50th goal. They've called it, as you see here, coming off of Leaker off the rebound. Gets a touch on it, hits crossbar, and then hits him. Goes down as an own goal. So Iwasa still looking for that 50th.
Oh, that is a fantastic, fantastic differentiation. So Cameron Iwasa still on 49 career USL goals. Jake Leaker, that's a tough one for Jake. That is ruled an own goal in the 12th minute.
That's so hard. That's so hard for a goalkeeper. I mean, you get a touch on it and deflection comes back and hits you. It happens, but I mean, there's not much you can really expect from your goalkeeper there.
Meanwhile, for Cameron Iwasa, the native of Sacramento, product of UC Irvine, and he was a dual sport athlete even back to his high school days. Iwasa played baseball as well as soccer in high school in Northern California and was high school baseball teammates with Rhys Hoskins of the Philadelphia Phillies and had identical batting averages with Rhys Hoskins. Went to play in MLB.
That's impressive.
Yeah, he's just an impressive athlete all the way around.
Well, this will be interesting for Iwasa moving forward. He gets that header, and it clearly goes off of Leaker into the goal. Unsure how that would be put down in the stat line, but he's still in pursuit of that 50th goal.
One of the objectives of T2, possibly, keep Iwasa from netting his 50th career. Technically, they've accomplished that so far. Formella on the far side. He's had himself a busy first half hour. T2 looking to spring the attack. Epps coming through. Back heel, but cleared away by McCrary.
Nice little setup there by Calixto. The ball through. Epps has some speed. That first touch, though, taking him away from goal. As a striker, you want to, if you can, take that touch inside, seal off the defense, and see if you can get a little closer to the frame. Any touch wide of goal makes the angle a little bit more difficult to convert.
Anguiano, low liner. Just over the top of Calixto's header attempt. Oh, Hansen high and down, and it goes against Harold on the foul call.
Hansen and Formella just going in for the challenge there. Hansen going high. Gets his head on the ball, but he gets to the ball first. It's just gets a little too much of Formella.
So technically an own goal there in the 12th minute for Iwasa. How have you felt T2's response defensively has been since that moment?
Defensively, they've done well. They seem to be on the same page for Leaker speaking to, communicating with the back line. Seem to be pretty well on the same page, even though they've had to endure a number of changes through the back line, and with Sulte coming in, Leaker coming in. What I really like from T2 so far in this game is they see a little bit more aggressive in the middle third, going into tackles, making challenges, seem a little bit more committed to the physical game.
And that is something Coach Knowles highlighted. That physicality, that toughness. Malloy sends one in toward the box. Diaz, though, to secure it. Diaz pitched a shutout. Clean sheet against San Diego. And his first start of the season for Sacramento, his third career clean sheet with Republic. Stanley able to win it to Malloy. But Mahoney cuts off that ball, directed for Gonzalez.
Belmar and Werner have changed sides. They've switched positions. Maybe a tactical change by Sacramento here in the matchups.
Epps turns over Sargis quickly the other way. A right foot from Gonzalez, plays Calixto. Epps in the box, sends one low and through the 6 for a goal kick. No one quite ready there on the other side for that ball from Epps.
Yeah, Epps here on the run. Getting down the line again, he's been very successful doing that. Gonzalez with this ball into Calixto. As he plays it wide, Epps comes in. And that ball, the angle there, it was a ball that was very, very straight. In that angle, maybe with his left foot, he could bend it far post. Maybe with the outside of his right, he could bend it far post. Nice setup there by Calixto and the rest of T2.
T2 will head on the road for their next 2 matches after this. Visiting Reno 1868 a week from today at Greater Nevada Field. That'll be a 7:30 kickoff next Saturday night. And then we'll take on this same Sacramento side at Papa Murphy's Park in Sacramento on Saturday, the 22nd of August. Wednesday, September 2nd, we'll run this same matchup back in the same location. Mark Briggs will bring Sacramento back up here. And the 4th and final matchup between the two sides will be the regular season finale. Saturday, October 3rd, once more in California. Pace of this one is slowed a bit. 1-0 visitors. The own goal off Jake Leaker in the 12th minute. The only tally. Calixto coming hard to bother Sargis. Sargis just got rid of it on the long switch. But Stanley wins it back for the home side.
Seen that from Stanley a number of times. He has this knack for playing angles, gaining deflections, blocking shots.
Las Vegas will take center stage August 25th when Lights FC takes on Orange County SC on ESPN Deportes. Looking to maintain the pace set in Group B. Both Las Vegas Lights FC and Orange County SC face a must-win on the national stage. Don't miss the drama unfold August 25th at 10 p.m. on ESPN Deportes. McCrary takes down Epps.
That's an easy call. McCrary there a little reckless coming in at Epps' ankles. This entry pass by Malloy, and Epps just goes in there to flick it with his right foot. And McCrary takes it out.
Good.
Too much from Mornstall, looking for Stanley on the far side. Play on. Kroliki looking for the whistle. Didn't get it. Now Belmar, the former T2 star. To his captain, Skundrich. Dribbling in toward the box, Werner. Still Werner. Blocked out of the end line by Stanley for a corner kick. Stanley always around the ball.
Just has a knack for it. He just gets in front of the ball. He's able to block shots. He blocks entry passes. I think he catches people off guard too with his speed. He's very explosive. His first step's very quick. See him there demanding from his team. They mark up.
Werner, left-footed swing. Here it comes. Reaching for a header. Iwasa able to settle outside the 6. Puts it on frame. Leaker deflects. And cleared out by T2. Kalikstro accomplishing that. Iwasa was hunting for that official 50th. Belmar tracking down. Sacramento patiently with sustained possession on both widths of the field. Now playing Iwasa over the top with Kiner tracking back. Iwasa leaves it for Werner. Shot over the bar, will be a goal kick. Werner looking for a call and a possible penalty.
Iwasa in pursuit of this ball. Gets a hold of it, turns it back, and he just sets it out. Sacramento there pleading for the foul call, the late challenge.
Iwasa right foot. Did it take a deflection? It did not. It will be out for a goal kick. That was Malloy coming on with that late challenge in the box.
You have to be very careful when you recover from behind the play, make a play on the ball. The forward in pursuit of goal in the box. Sacramento may have a case there on the call.
Skundrich playing Werner out wide. Now Werner in toward the box, plays it on the ground. Iwasa, but Ornstall just in time to take it off him. Anguiano Looking to counter here with T2. Gonzalez. Out wide it comes to Marcus Epps. McCrary does well to deny that opportunity. Malloy, though, recovers. Looking for Anguiano, but headed out of touch from Hilliard Arce. Malloy looking for Epps. McCrary will let it go out of touch. Sacramento throw. Don't miss a minute of action in 2020. Sign up today and get alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for Portland Timbers 2. Click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Plus, get reminders on T2's next match. Just go to ESPN.com and click follow for your club. Gonzalez with Calixto directing it toward him. Kraliki. Might be huge for T2 to find that equalizer before half. They're hunting for it here. Stanley combining well with Gonzalez. Inside it comes. Mahoney intercepts that one intended for Kraliki in the box. And there goes the whistle for halftime. Just a quick 1 minute of added time in that opening half. And we have hit the break after 45 minutes of play. It's Sacramento Republic 1, Portland Timbers 2-0. An own goal officially in the scorebook off Jake Leaker. Hard done by in many ways off the header shot from Cameron Iwasa. Initially saved by Leaker off the crossbar. Comes back and deflects off the Timbers 2 keeper into the back of the net. That's the tally so far. We got a good one at Providence Park. It's 1-0 on the corner of 18th and Morrison. Iwasa still officially hunting for his 50th. T2 looking for the equalizer in the second half. We'll bring you first half highlights and stats and a look ahead to half number 2 coming up on ESPN+. USL Championship play.
The USL is proud to bring professional soccer back into our communities and across the ESPN family of networks. Follow your local club and don't miss these exciting matches coming up on ESPN2 or ESPN Deportes.
Dr. George Champus from Northwestern and U.S. Soccer's Chief Medical Officer joins me. Coach, try and describe, as soccer has returned around the country over the past month, the work that you and the doctors at U.S. Soccer and in association with the USL Championship, the work you've put in to make sure everybody remains safe for athletes, staff, referees, and in some cases, fans.
Well, Mike, first, it's great to be with you, and watching the USL getting back on the field is really a special thing. To be perfectly honest with you, it's been a collaboration across, I think, our sport in the United States. I think it's what's been really, while we've seen so many challenges with regards to COVID, one of the really good things is seeing, all of the leagues come together. From USL to CONCACAF to NWSL to MLS to NISA, all of us really banding together as a single sport to find a pathway that is first and foremost healthy, and putting our players and all of the staff, coaches, announcers, referees, a top priority. And then subsequent to that was looking at our youth game, that we as a federation, can we create a very responsible guideline that really resonates across the sport.
And welcome back to Providence Park. USL Championship action on ESPN Plus. At the half, moments away from the second half between Sacramento Republic and Portland Timbers 2. Sacramento a 1-0 advantage. Let's take a look at some of the top moments from that opening half, including the own goal, technically off Jake Leaker, set up by Sacramento in the 12th minute.
That's a great little ball here by Mahoney on the cross, and Iwasa has that ball going on frame. See here, flex off his head, Leaker gets a touch on it, ball deflected off the crossbar, hits Leaker and goes in.
Another close moment off this corner kick for the visitors.
Just a scrum in front of the goal. You see T2 in pursuit, you see Iwasa in pursuit, players crashing the goal. Here we got Epps. Epps picks off that pass, charges forward. Nice little interplay here by T2. Got Gonzalez, got a touch to Calixtro. Sets it over for Epps. Ball just wide of the frame. One of the best attacking opportunities for T2.
Epps making his return to the lineup after injury, and a close call here, a no call later in the first half.
Another nice little ball over the top here, and Iwasa with the awareness just to set it back. You can see Werner there on the appeal after the shot. I think he has a case there. Might have got taken down.
The former Timbers Academy player, Sam Werner, doesn't get the benefit of the call. Let's look at the statistics from that first half. 1-0 advantage to the visitors. See the shot total in favor of Sacramento, 7-2. First, some news and notes from around the league as well, Laura.
Yeah, here we have the Player of the Month nominees. Have a number of USL teams represented there. You see Lapa look at Championship Player of the Week. He notched 3 goals and an assist. The Brazilian out of Wake Forest. He was a MAC Trophy semifinalist. And Philadelphia Union 2 reporting a COVID-19 case. Protocols are being followed to prevent spread and ensure player and staff safety.
All right, we're ready for the second half of action here from Providence Park. Alongside Laura Schott, Judah Newby on ESPN Plus. T2, very competitive in that opening half, Laura. That is some of the best form we've seen from them this season.
That was a great first half by T2 there.
A quick chance for Marcus Epps. Nearly results in an opportunity for Calixtro. Down in the box he goes. Looking for a whistle, none called.
Perhaps the first time we've seen T2 out of the half with an attacking chance like that.
Yeah, we're wasting no time hunting for that equalizer early in the second half. Ball goes over the end line. Jorge Gonzalez coming back, playing on that left wing in his second action featuring for T2. Some sportsmanship there. There were 10 fouls called in that opening half, 5 on each side. This now the 11th overall of the match. Diaz will send it forward. Adore Monroy. We referenced that July 18th occasion when Portland met Tacoma, and 35 total fouls were called. 8 cautions were awarded. Adore Monroy was the head referee for that one.
It was a very physical match, and as you've mentioned, Coach Knowles looking for his T2 squad to be a little bit more physical, specifically in midfield. Challenging tackles, winning loose balls. They seem to have done that so far tonight.
In the USL restart, you are allowed 5 total substitutions at 3 different events, not including halftime within the match. Curious to see, Laura, where Coach Knowles goes. He's got a name or two with some experience on his bench, should he opt to go for it.
Yeah, that includes his lone goal scorer since we came back from the COVID break in Duran. Talented young player. Scored off a Stanley cross. May see him entering the match at some point.
whistled on Kralicki. Battling with Iwasa. Still on 49 career USL goals. Nearly had his 50th. But Leaker did just enough to save initially. Then the ricochet off the crossbar came back off of Leaker and into the net for the own goal and the lone goal of the match.
Yeah, Sacramento gets the best of the play there, but nobody feels particularly good about that. Leaker makes a great play, makes that save. And unfortunately, has the ball come back off the crossbar and hit him. And then Iwasa, in pursuit of that 50th goal, it goes down as an own goal, as it makes sense to. But clearly he created that opportunity and wanted that goal. Could have put his 50th away, and now he still has to pursue that 50th goal.
The sometimes cruel hands of soccer fate playing a role all the way around in that sequence. Mahoney near side on the switch. Werner. Crossing with the right foot, charging in Iwasa, keeps it just in play in the box. Malloy clearing upfield toward Calixto, now Villarreal. On his back heel, Malloy says, I'll take that. And his back heel intercepted. Deja vu all over again. Top of the box for Mella. Couldn't get anything clean off there. Well done from Ornstall. Stanley plays back to Leaker with Iwasa pressuring. Epps, classy. Anguiano. Epps working toward the box, right-footed cross, skips into the arms of Diaz.
Well taken by Diaz, but what a play by Epps there. A little give and go with Anguiano. Epps with that one touch with the outside of his right foot. Takes off to receive the ball back into space. It's a great cross here. Well taken by Diaz.
Kralicki pressuring Villarreal. Some high pressure here. Seems effective as well. Here comes Gonzalez, and he's able to win one. A throw in deep in the attacking third. Well done from the Timbers attacking line. Quickly taken. Sacramento able to play it upfield. Only to give it back. There's Sam Werner, one of the few Stanford products that stayed close to home, making the brief move from Palo Alto to Sacramento.
Talk to me.
Oh. Adere Monroy getting into the middle of a ruling here to award, I believe, a throw-in or no, just a restart here for Sacramento. Well done, Calixto from Gonzalez to Stanley. On the ground, Calixto leaving for Anguiano, central Malloy. Epps out wide. Hansen joining the attack. Anguiano trying to keep it. Calixto left foot, slipping through Stanley. Looking to cross from here. On the ground it comes! In the air, and Diaz brings it down. Malloy coming in quite hard on Werner. And there's our first caution of the night. And it's the first round pick of the Timbers, Aaron Malloy. Werner had something to say getting up.
Touched by Malloy. Werner with his left foot there. Malloy just comes in late. Certainly a yellow card there. Seen that as a theme from T2 in these first 4 T2 games. Coming out of halftime, it seems that cards start to fly pretty early. The match becomes very physical.
It's not the first time we've seen that.
No, it is not. Those second half caution tallies. Nearly double the first half caution tallies on the season. Iwasa. Werner could cross from here. It does. Some action in the box. A whistle, and we're going to the penalty spot.
That was a pretty easy call there. Werner with that outswinging cross there. Yeah, he was just beat to the spot and pulls him down.
Skundrich, the captain, earning the call against Kralicki. And in consecutive minutes, we get cautions, of course. Malloy and now Kralicki. Leads to a penalty kick coming up, and it will be Iwasa to take. A prime opportunity for him now for that 50th career USL goal. And Jake Leaker trying to keep him from it. Cameron Iwasa scored his first career goal in USL in 2015 against T2. Now looking for his 50th against T2. Sends it on. Leaker denies, and it's cleared away. Jake Leaker rises to the occasion and keeps it 1-0.
What a save by Leaker. See Iwasa lining it up here and goes with speed. Leaker takes that quick step with his left and then goes to his left, makes that save, and then you see Kralicki there who committed the foul, clear the ball away. Great save and good team play there by T2.
How about that for Jake Leaker? Hard done by on the own goal earlier. And then up to deny Iwasa, who remains on 49.
The longer something like that lingers, it either becomes kind of a monkey on your back or more motivation.
Now the restart is Werner setting it in. Malloy. Now it's headed back toward the 6. Leaker all over it. A whistle there nonetheless. Restart for T2. Now that could be a momentum shifter as well, Laura, with Leaker keeping T2 right in it. And an opportunity here, perhaps, with Sacramento on the disappointing end of a chance to take a 2-0 advantage.
We've also seen a really tight contest between Sulte and Leaker for that starting goalkeeping position. Always looking for an edge when you're in a competition like that. That was a big save for Leaker.
Werner, left-footed cross it toward the box. Header, Leaker bats away. The flag was up regardless, but come on down, Jake Leaker. He is in it to stay in net.
A deflection, and Skundrich just gets around the outside, and Leaker, such a quick reaction, getting his hands up.
Ebbs goes down here, still down for T2 on the far side. Now the whistle to attend to Marcus Ebbs. And yes, asking for the training staff to take a look.
He's grabbing that left ankle. Ebbs just stepping back here as he lands. Just hesitates. Hopefully just a calf cramp.
Ebbs missed some time with injury, obviously. Seeing the club on his right wrist. In his first season with Timbers 2. Looks like Chulo Duran set to come on for Marcus. Getting stretched out a bit here, to your point, Laura. But he's been a welcome return on the right side of the attack in his just over 55 minutes of action. Epps will exit off the pitch from the far side. Chulo Duran officially the substitute for him here in the 59th minute.
With that substitution, you see Gonzalez going to the right side of the field and Duran coming in on the left.
Caleb Kiner whistled here deep in the attacking third, with Darius Formella pressuring.
We talked about the battle of those two players. Might be the third or fourth foul called between them. Mostly in situations where they're trying to create or gain space to then win possession of the ball. Very physical battle there between Kiner and Formella.
Whipped in on the ground, top of the 6. And cleared away by Kiner. Werner will try it again. Leaker coming out with some contact, and off the turf it comes, bounces back into Jake's arms, whips it to the near side. Stanley plays it up the touchline. Duran freshly on. Duran in toward the box, crosses in, left foot. Kalikstro couldn't get it below. That was wide the whole way. Epps getting congratulated and encouraged by the coaching staff on the near side. Good to see that in positive spirits. Solid 9 out of him on the right wing, which was what Coach Knowles was looking for, hoping to relieve a little bit of pressure off Kalikstro at the top of the formation. Epps and Gonzalez doing just that. Stanley sent to ground. Yes, it's a whistle. Werner, who's taken a couple of spills himself tonight, now with a smile on his face after being whistled for that one against Stanley. Former Timbers Academy product, Werner, whistled there. Long diagonal from Kiner. Malloy shoved out by Mahoney. It will be a Sacramento throw. Horn still whistled. Restart near the midfield stripe.
Formella seems to have gained some favor, backing defenders off, wrapping them up. He's drawn that foul a couple times, but I'm not sure he isn't making first contact.
Maloney fighting hard to win. Switch is too much for Sargis, but he does settle. Long switch comes back for Werner. First touch off his head goes out. Stanley surveying options. Villarreal fouls Anguiano. Ward still skies it over Calixto. Combination attempt from Formella. Looking for Skundrich. Kiner does well to win it back for Portland. Anguiano, Duran charging. Anguiano outside the 18. Cuts it back in from the byline, dancing toward the top. Gonzalez leaves it up for Krolicki. Out wide for Hansen. Hansen charges toward the end line, shoved up by McCrary, but to the tune of a corner kick for
What a nice
T2.
little run by Anguiano there.
Salem native, I should say, and Timbers Academy product Anguiano.
Anguiano there with that cut with his left foot, cuts back with the right, dances the end line. Great stuff by Anguiano.
Corner serviced in, rising near the 6. Krolicki sending it back on, and that is cleared over the end line. Another corner kick for T2.
T2's been looking at short corners, but here plays it long. Find their intended target, which often seems to be Stanley. But ball skips through. T2 corner again.
Malloy sends it in. No white shirts there. And harmlessly out for a goal kick.
Perhaps they were targeting Ornstill there. It's appeared that in the opportunities that have been sent into the box and not played short, T2's targeting Ornstill or Stanley.
Formella and Ornstill. Formella comes off assertively. Looks like McCrary down on the far side for Sacramento. He was dealing with Gonzalez on the long direct ball.
Maybe contact with his head there.
Training staff out to take a look. Don't miss a minute of action in 2020. Sign up today, get alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for Portland Timbers 2 and click on the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores, plus get reminders on T2's next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club. Jordan McCrary, formerly with Seattle Sounders, being attended to here. Sacramento picked him up in March of 2019. McCrary with MLS experience, making 20 appearances 4 sounders across all competitions in 2018, including some action in MLS Cup playoffs and CONCACAF Champions League. Former 10th overall pick of New England Revolution in 2016, but McCrary might have to come off here. See how he got involved.
Appears to be teammate to teammate. Sargis is going in.
Friendly fire from Sargis and McCrary trying to deal with Gonzalez. And you see Sargis, a couple of pats on the back to his teammate in the back line. McCrary will come off, and that paves the way for a very familiar name in T2 circles. Villian Bijev. A former T2 star himself, that 20 jersey. He's played a few matches here. The leading goal scorer for T2 in 2016, Villian Bijev, will come on here as we cross over into the 70th minute. And he's actually coming on for Darius Formella at the top of the formation. So it looks like McCrary will stay in. And Formella at the top comes off, and Bijev has entered. You see McCrary. So currently Sacramento with 10 men, but now McCrary's on to join them. And we're back 11 v 11 with Bijev, the new attacking piece for Mark Briggs' side. Great idea from Calixtro, looking for Gonzalez up that touch line. Malloy switching it near side for Duran. Stanley the overlap, but Duran cuts inside himself. Villarreal. Now Bijev gets his first touches. Iwasa was off. Bijev gets down Kroliki, and Kroliki called for the foul. He can't believe it. Palms up. And the Bulgarian native Bijev wins it for Sacramento.
Kroliki comes in there a little bit late, but it appears that the referee might have caught the second foul and not the first.
Haven't called Belmar's name a whole lot this second half, but he gets a touch, plays backward. Looking for Belmar, Leaker all the way. Werner can't control. And a couple of times this second half, the long switch from Sacramento for Werner on the near side, unable to keep it in play. Mahoney plays out a touch from Monquiano. Played out by Hilliard Arce. Cam Knowles Eagerly watching Stanley on the throw. Bijev, Skundrich, Iwasa turns near side, and Werner diagonal toward central. Skundrich, all he can do is a header, trying to put it in Bijev's vicinity, but Leaker reads it. Still at 1-0. Could have been 2, but Leaker saving the PK attempt from Cameron Iwasa has kept the scoreline where it is at presently. In the history of these two teams matching up, Sacramento and T2, oh, some high pressure from Galikstro. Diaz, all he can do to get it off, but only as far as Gonzalez. Krolicki looking for Anguiano. Gonzalez, corner of the box. Left foot coming in towards Stanley, travels across and over the end line. But in the history of these two teams matching up, there has never been a draw. Full 3 points has been claimed each and every time Sacramento and Portland have met in USL.
That has got to be a unique statistic. These teams have met so many times.
For T2 right now, a draw would be welcome, meaning to find the equalizer in their first points of the campaign. Closer to another hydration break in this second half, and it comes presently. You get a look at Bijev, freshly on, a long-time former T2 standout. Now coming on as a second half sub for Sacramento. Hydration break number 2. Marcus Epps getting his first action since returning from injury. He's played a key role tonight, Laura.
Marcus Epps here, he picks off that pass. It's a nice little play by T2 here. Ball comes across, you got Gonzalez. Ball into Glickstro, back to Epps. That's a strong shot, but it's wide of goal. You see Epps here with that nice little touch, and Anguiano buys a little time for that Epps run on the dribble. Epps on the cross. Well taken by Diaz.
Epps could be a difference maker for this team. Just last year with Memphis 901, appearing in 33 USL games, scoring 5 goals last year with 4 assists. Tonight was just his second match of the campaign after debuting for T2 in that March opener at Phoenix, sustaining injury just before the restart. Debuting in the restart tonight, putting in a quality shift before being lifted for Chulo Duran. And we'll take a look at the Group A standings while we get a moment. It's been jumbled at the top. You see Reno right there with 3 wins and the 1 loss. But Tacoma Defiance, a club we just saw Monday night, just behind them. And Sacramento sniffing that as well, with T2 still looking for their first points. But Laura, of course, top 2 sides in the group advance to the postseason. It'll be interesting to see all the teams jockeying for position in Group A.
Absolutely, totally different setup this year with the 35 teams in USL. A lot of group play, a lot of teams seeing each other multiple times.
See Anguiano going down to ground. Another whistle.
Sure exactly what happened there.
T2 with that familiar face of Malloy on the ball.
Malloy, the free kick, sends it in, but only to Diaz at the top of the 6. You do see Anguiano, who got fouled there. He is wearing a new jersey there, 73. 7 paces up from his accustomed 66 number, but post-hydration break, looks like he changed the top half of his kit to wear 73. Well done by our camera crew to capture that. Leaker off his feet with Iwasa charging in. Sent it to the far side. Gonzalez battling. McCrary called for the foul. Meanwhile, Harold Hansen's got a new jersey too. You can see still 45 on his shorts, but looks like new digits in the upper half for Hansen. I might change my shirt too. Why not? I'll spare everyone.
I was so confused on the earlier play. I looked down, I was like, I think that's Anguiano. Who is this?
Yeah.
Who's this 73?
Upfield for Gonzalez. A little heavy. Trying to track back and cannot. Diaz comfortable taking some time here. Getting within a little north of 10 minutes remaining in regulation, with T2 still trailing just 1-0 on the scoreboard.
This is the closest T2 has been in score entering the final 10 minutes of a match. So we've come back from break here. Be interesting if they get a little push here, create some attack, maybe some opportunities to tie it up.
Sargis and Calixto. Played back to Diaz. Durant not making life easy. Mahoney up the pitch. Stanley. Couldn't connect with Malloy. Bijev. Bijev still. Werner. Left foot, cross on the ground, trying to combine. Looks like with a sliding Iwasa. But it goes over the end line for a goal kick.
Werner on his left foot, so dangerous from the wing. Just doesn't quite get enough on it. Iwasa following shots as he normally does.
McCrary took a pretty hard knock about 10 minutes ago, colliding with Sargis on McCrary's head, but he was able to recollect himself, took a moment or two, and he's back on the pitch. Las Vegas takes center stage August 25th when Lights FC takes on Orange County SC on ESPN Deportes. Looking to maintain the pace set in Group B. Both Las Vegas Lights FC and Orange County SC face a must-win on the national stage. Don't miss the drama unfold August 25th at 10 p.m. on ESPN Deportes. Durant sent hard to crown by Mahoney. First caution for the visitors coming. Matt Mahoney shown the yellow. Third overall of the night. We saw 2 in consecutive minutes for T2 for Malloy and Kralicki, the last of which led to an Iwasa PK saved by Leaker that kept us 1-0. Now Mahoney with a smirk or two for Chulo Durant, trying that yellow. Sam Werner comes off the pitch, the former Timbers Academy product. And Julian Chavez comes on here in the 83rd. Orange still on the restart. Long diagonal. Gonzalez able to win. Into the corner of the box he comes. Slides down over the end line. Corner kick for T2. Skundrich had to play past the byline. Anguiano in his fresh 73 kit to take the corner. Portland hunting for that equalizer in the waning moments. Low liner. Headed clear, Villarreal.
It's a nice clearance by Villarreal. Orange still was in the space behind him.
And Harold Hansen himself with the fresh 60 kit. He gets the yellow with his former teammate, Vilian Bijev. They shared the pitch for T2 together in 2017, and Hansen sends Bijev to ground.
Yeah, he feels he has to, just to slow down play off the counter from the T2 corner. Bijev seems to be a change of pace from Formella that was in earlier. Formella likes to post up. He's often posting on Kiner. Bijev, so far, he's been finding space. He likes to tuck underneath that back line and look for gaps rather than post up.
Oh, Cam Knowles knows all about Bijev, who in 2016 with Timbers 2 led T2 in goals with 8 and led the entire league in assists with 10 assists for Portland in 2016. Played most of 2017 with T2 as well before they put him on loan to this Sacramento side where he's been ever since. Duran with Kalikstro in toward the byline. He goes down the ground. Anything here? Don't believe so. And it's out for a goal kick. Meanwhile, Rafael Diaz trying to put together back-to-back clean sheets on the road for Mark Briggs' squad. Just over 5 minutes plus stoppage time away from doing so. T2, of course, looking to push one by him and find the late equalizer for their first points of 2020. Iwasa hunting off Kiner. Iwasa called for the foul, much to his chagrin.
Little unexpected. We've seen plays with more contact than that, not called.
Hansen does well to find Gonzalez up the right side. Jorge, 1v1. Off McCrary. McCrary trying to keep it out from being a corner kick. Does so just enough. It'll be a throw in the attacking third.
So important there to not give up the corner. Last 5 minutes of the game, up 1-0.
Kalikstro finds some space near the byline, and he wins that corner kick. McCrary this time, nothing he could do off of him. A chance for Portland. Right in front of assistant referee Ryan Jung. It's Anguiano, the right foot, outswing. Here it comes. Hansen tries to rise, but he can't play it central. Belmar on Malloy. A couple of first-round picks of the Portland Timbers there.
It's a fun matchup. Both Stanley and Belmar, and then when Malloy comes back to track Belmar. Two very athletic, quick players, or three, I should say.
Chulo Duran in toward the box. Oh, wanted to combine with Stanley. A little miscommunication. Fans follow Portland Timbers 2 and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN+, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the nearly 8 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN+. and watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at espnplus.com. Durant, bit of a false step as it plays out. She's cleaned it up a bit on Belmar, his second-round pick of the Timbers in 2015. But was the leading goal scorer for T2 in their inaugural USL campaign. In fact, there was a match when Cameron Iwasa for Sacramento scored his first career USL goal, April of 2015. Hard shove from Anguiano here on the Sacramento captain, Skundrich. Called for the foul. April of 2015, Iwasa gets his first career USL goal at Merlot Field. And it put Sacramento up 1-0 at the time. But Belmar, then a T2 star, rising star, future rookie of the year in the league. He equalized moments after Iwasa scored. And what eventually became a 2-1 Timbers 2 victory on the Bluff. Now Belmar and Iwasa finding themselves teammates with Sacramento. They also played together. And the USL side for Sporting Kansas City, the Swope Park Rangers in 2017. And now combined once more here in Group A with Republic FC. 90th minute, we'll see how much stoppage awaits us. T2 looking for a last-ditch opportunity. Bijev lays it for Iwasa. Crosses it in on the ground. Coming in was Leaker, and Malloy was able to send clear. Durant keeps it in play. Looking to find Calixtro up the pitch. Dealt with by Hilliard Arce. High pressure now from T2. Malloy gets there. Left wing. Gonzalez on the left side this time. And it is Sargis that plays out of touch. Malloy looking for Stanley, not there. Saw 5, yes, 5 minutes stoppage to tag this one. And it's been a competitive affair, Laura, the whole way.
It's been a fun game to watch. Watching Epps making his re-entry to play. Put in a great shift, and then Gonzalez on the wing. It's quick getting down the line. Created a number of opportunities for T2.
Malloy off of him, Bijev, some contact, but no whistle. A throw for Sacramento, protecting the 1-0 advantage. An own goal, the lone tally. 12th minute, off a header from Iwasa. Leaker deflected it off the crossbar, and it ricocheted back off the T2 keeper and into the net for an own goal. It could have been 2-0 for Sacramento when a PK for Iwasa formed. There's a long ball in toward the 6. Gonzalez in the vicinity, but Diaz there, and he goes to ground to cover. But Jake Leaker saving that Iwasa PK was a huge momentum shifter and has kept T2 within striking distance. Oh, we're going to see another card. And if it's on Mahoney, that is soft red, second yellow from Matt Mahoney. Oh, Sacramento will have to play with 10 for the final 3 minutes plus of stoppage. Mahoney will miss the next match for Republic.
See if playing a man up gives T2 a bit of a boost here. Last 3 minutes, make a big push here, tie up the game.
Sacramento will be visiting Reno next on next Wednesday, but Mahoney won't be available for selection. Bijev can't keep it in.
Hey, sir!
Throw in now on the far side, edge of the attacking third, quickly taken. Malloy. Gonzalez. Hansen around McCrary. Hansen crosses in the air. Over the 6 it goes, and it goes out. Corner kick coming up.
Waning minutes here, we see Leaker up at the half line. T2 starting to press, numbers forward.
Malloy to service. Out comes Diaz, and he cleans it up. Had the initial 5 minutes of stoppage. That was prior to the soft red shown to Mahoney. Diaz getting pressure from Calixtro. All he can do to play upfield and out of bounds.
See if T2 makes any adjustments here. Leaker coming higher up the field. Kiner coming forward, and Sacramento now sitting in a bit with their 10 men.
Looking for the equalizer at the death. Ornstill, left-footed service. Out is Diaz at the top of the 6 once more, with Malloy in the vicinity. Sacramento keeper up to the task. He's been busy with those balls serviced in the last 10 minutes.
He's done well to take balls out of the air. He's going to lay on the ground a little bit longer, perhaps, just kill a little bit of time. Sacramento playing with 10.
Kalicki turning upfield with some space. Sargis comes in hard to dislodge. That's a foul. And could be an opportunity in some dangerous space. And Sargis will be shown a caution. Sixth overall caution of the night, all of which have come in this second half. Mahoney shown 2, which led Sacramento being forced to play with 10 men the last 3 minutes. And now Hayden Sargis shown 1 as well. Could be the final opportunity. Leaker now joining the attack in the box for T2. Aguiano over it.
It appears that both teams are playing with 10.
Gonzalez, or now Malloy sends it in, gets a deflection over the end line. There goes the whistle. That concludes it here at Providence Park. T2 keeps the foot on the pedal in that second half. Mark Briggs, Cam Knowles congratulate the other on that match. That was a fun one to watch. Physical the whole way. Hard-fought game. Leaker and Iwasa, those two intersected in big moments. The top 2 moments of this game in the first half. Iwasa saved by Leaker, results in a Leaker own goal. Iwasa's PK in the second half saved by Leaker. But the 1-0 scoreline is the final in the favor of Sacramento Republic. Full 3 points for the visitors. We'll take a look at the final statistics and look ahead to what's coming up for Portland Timbers 2. Sacramento wins this one in Providence Park 1-0. We'll be right back.
USL is proud to bring professional soccer back into our communities and across the ESPN family of networks. Follow your local club and don't miss these exciting matches coming up on ESPN2 or ESPN Deportes.
1-0 Sacramento over Portland here at Providence Park. Take a look at some of the top moments from this one. And Laura, it was a hard-fought match for the full 90.
It was a tough match between these two teams. Taking a look at this first goal-scoring opportunity for Sacramento. Mahoney on the cross. Iwasa puts it on frame. See here, Leaker makes the save, gets a touch on it. And unfortunate for Leaker, that ball ricochets off that crossbar. Goes back into the net. Epps here with a nice pick. Getting in behind the defense. Driving on the dribble as he did so well in this game. Nice little play here from T2. Gonzalez, Calixtro. Epps just pushes it wide. Epps starting this play, and Epps attempting to finish this play in his first game back from injury.
Yeah, logged 56 minutes before Chulo Duran came on for him.
And there we see Krlicki on the foul. Iwasa steps up to take the PK. Leaker steps to his left, saves to his left, and Krlicki with the clearance. Big play for T2 there. Keep the score at 1-0, giving him an opportunity to tie it up at the end of the game, but wasn't to be.
11-5, Sacramento the advantage in shots. 2-1 on shots and goal possession. Fairly split between the two sides. And for a full perspective, Laura, this is, for the full 90, one of the more complete efforts we've seen from T2 this year.
Yeah, I think for T2, the return of Epps, Gonzalez out wide. They both have great performances. Malloy in that holding mid spot. And then we saw a little bit more action from Calixtro, receiving balls up top and combining with those two. And then again, Stanley, Hansen getting high and wide into the attack. Wide backs playing a big role for T2 in the attack as Coach Knowles wants them to.
Well, we've seen 3 home matches the past 11 days for T2. Time to hit the road. They are going to Nevada to take on Reno 1868. Foster Langsdorff and company waiting them a week from tonight. Then a week after that, let's run it back, shall we? Papa Murphy's Park, Portland at Sacramento Republic FC from Northern California. An 8 o'clock, a late kick. Get the coffee. Get it ready for that one on the 22nd before T2 comes back home to the friendly confines of Providence Park. That'll wrap it up for us from the corner of 18th and Morrison from Soccer City, USA. For Laura Schott, I'm Judah Newby. What a fun one this was to call. Unfortunately, does not go the way of the home side. Cam Knowles and company still looking for their first points. But boys, some positive moments from here. Jake Leaker setting up in big opportunities. We'll see you in a couple of weeks' time right back here from Providence Park. T2 goes on the road to Reno next Saturday night. This has been the USL Championship on ESPN+.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.